With it right here with who I started with, we something like a Spartan. It's going hard regardless. I'm from the 826 plus 5. Mo bitches, 8 Central Coast mob and suicide. Always arsonist. I step in the booth and cast. I gotta keep it lit. Engineer all my music. I work hard at this.
That's right, and we're back live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street, mi beautiful linda raza. Those that are listening live right now, or if you're listening to me podcast out inside your earbuds, hey, eyes on the road, no te creas. Watch out with a supervisor, no te creas. I appreciate you guys more than you know. We just this morning, well, that's the earliest that I checked. Maybe it happened last night. We hit 13,000 subscribers. And I just want to say thank you to all of you guys. We do this for the Rasta. We do this for the people. No, I'm not saying I'm some kind of activist or a new Cesar Chavez. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we really do it for you guys. Because obviously, if no one tuned in, the fuck would the show be about? You know what I mean? So gracias to all the day oneers. We hit 13,000. Thank you from the bottom of my heart and also from the bottom of Miss Chicano Tube's heart. We do want to say thank you for that. We appreciate you guys more than you guys know. That's why we're going to be doing that giveaway coming real soon. Be on the lookout for that thumbnail. And then we'll talk about what we're going to go ahead and get into today, which is the food community. I kind of started it yesterday. I did like a Sunday. I did a Sunday live, kind of like a quick mix live, like we're doing now. But I just did a Sunday because, man, I'm telling you, Saturday was a blur. And then Sunday, we're doing repairs. I mean, upgrades on the house. And then we're also decorating for Christmas, which is minimal this year. We didn't go Winter Wonderland. We got a whole shed. I mean, literally just a whole shed of expensive ass shit, man. $300, $400, $500. Who pays $300, $400 for una bola? You know what I mean? Oh man. I remember my wife's uncle Mario, rest in peace, one time. I remember he said something about it was a dress I think he had bought for his daughter, something like that, and it was like a polka dot dress. He said he called it el vestido de cien bolas. But anyways, that Saturday and then Sunday was a blur. We did a live. We talked a little bit about the food community, and something I didn't touch on though is what we're going to be talking about today. All right. So, anyways, just do me a favor though. This is all I ask to all the Rasta, even if you're listening on the replay, is just pause it for a second and hit the like button. It really does help. It helped get us to 13K, cabrones. You know what I mean? We did it. 13,000. We did it together, carnalitos, in my cruise voice. Orale. And I appreciate that, Artie Martin. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. So let's go ahead and get into it. Um, so yesterday, of course, I was talking about the food community resurfacing and putting videos out. That's great. If they keep that up, the raza wins. We get to see content, um more content, and that's what it's about, right? For those that find the entertainment factor in YouTube, right? Because if it's not entertaining, what the hell are you tuning in for, right? um that's great, we're winning, and hopefully they release more and more and more of those things. Again, Pocho shining because he's got interview skills, and Icon shining too. And that's what we're talking about today, is why did that thing even get dismantled, right, in the first place? And let's go ahead and elaborate. Let's just drill down a little bit more. So, should the food community, did they lose any kind of um reputation? Did that get tainted because they basically, to my understanding, is phone calls were made, people were pressured off the panel. And if you do that once, if you're subject to getting taxed once, how do the people know that that's not going to happen again? How does the confidence to hit the food community couch and be one of their spokespersons, how does that confidence even get established when the history of all right, let me see, hold on, testing 1 2 3. All right, just making sure you can hear me. I am the supervisor. That's right, my boy. What do you do, Cabron, when you see people with little earbuds on and shit? You know, what do they as long as they're doing the job, I guess, right? As long as they're doing the jale. He says, I am the supervisor. Shit. Call him El Mayordomo. You can call him El Mayordomo, but that's right. That's one of my day oneers right there. I'm trying to highlight your comment, Cabron. There it is. 831. That's right, Jay. Anyways, how could you so again I said they can make the comeback, drop videos, and boom, release a new panel. All of a sudden they got people going in, but wait a second. That panel is kind of like going, it's like an artist signing to Death Row Records after the shit went down. The artists that signed like in 97, 98, 99, and you heard of their names because it was Death Row Records, Crooked Eye. I remember one of them was called Crooked Eye, and then Half Dead. I think Half Dead was another one. After the whole shit, after you know that this fucking whole company is pressured, was ran by muscle, it's like your reputation is pretty much tainted, man. It's pretty much tainted. It's not how things should be, which if things in the business world run smoothly and flow easily, um, because there has to be principles established. And can nothing run smooth if there's not principles that are being followed or if it's being ran by muscle? That fucking won't work. You want to talk about you got the biggest balls? Well, fuck, go get your money and do what you need to do, but let people do business the right way. That way they don't stay in a box and just do lowrider fucking shows. And then all they do is just stay in their region and shit. Let them get the most money possible. So anyone going to food community, how could you join the panel if you don't deal with what happened? You got a phone call or the phone calls. Was it more than one? The people want to know. Who pressured who to change the panel? Because that was the beginning of the end. So those kind of questions aren't getting answered. And I think the people should, for transparency reasons, since your business is the public, is dealing with the public. That's your business. Then let's deal with it. What happened? Will it happen again? That's what I would be thinking if they said, you know what, come and run it. We want to, interview you for the panel of the food community. Well, what happened last time? Complete detailed. I need a detailed explanation. What happened last time? Who called who? And again, I think it's this dissolved now. It's pretty much dissolved, but this putting back videos can go ahead and get them right back in that same position, bringing a panel like the one they had before, can get them right back in the same position. But people want to know. So are we always subject to these kind of are we subject to phone calls being made? Because then if you're playing the tough guy shit, if you're playing the street shit, I get it. But I mean, the streets is in the streets. It's not in the podcast studio. The streets make you end up behind the wall. That's that business. That's why you never hear me say about that shit. That it belongs, everything belongs respectively in its proper place. I tripped out, to be honest, by the first time I jumped on YouTube. Some of the shit that I was hearing, that I've heard, some of the things that I was hearing, that I've read, heard, had in my hands, I never thought that shit would be on YouTube ever in my life. Ever in my life. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, what happened to not talking about certain things? But I'll hold. Anyways, let me go back into the comment section. Artie Marins, I said, man's my boy. That's right, Corco. I appreciate you, my boy. Gracias for tapping in. Artie Marins says, Tainted love. He's going back to 1986, fucking Under the Sea dance. That's right, Dallas Cowboys for life. That's right, my boy. You guys got tonight's game? You guys play tonight? I think, doesn't Dallas have the Monday night game? I could be wrong. But I think Dallas had the Monday night game. But I could be wrong. Sock check already know. And people think of this little video that I did of Mikey, right? And I put the Who's Gone Wild little voiceover, a little rola, right? And like I dressed him like that or something like that. We went to Monterey, and then Mikey got out of the car. I didn't even know. I don't even pay attention. And he has the shorts on, but the shorts are barely at the knee. The shorts are barely at the knee. but the stocks were high. And I said, boom, here's the clip. And Mikey's a good kid. He don't play that, man. He don't play that. Machete said, I knew it. All right, let's go. Let's go back into it. Matter of fact, we got an LA-in. Is that even a word? An LA-in. That's not even a word, huh? I made that shit up. Norby's is in the casa. That's right. I appreciate you, cabrón. ¿Cómo estás, man? How's the family? How's everything, cabrón? It's December. So, the food. Let me read a statement first. LA, I contract the food community. Damn. Yeah, but was he in on the whole, like, okay, is that what happened? Like, they went to him and then it kind of trickled down? Because maybe the host, the guy behind the engineer, or if he's the founder and slash engineer. Is that how it happened? Boom, and then hey, we gotta talk about this. Boom, and then hey, boom, you're gone. Is that how it happened? Because then it's like, damn, it's like I wrecked it and then bounced. I mean, I don't know. Again, I have nothing negative to say. We want to know the story. Why can't we know for transparency reasons who called who? Because if you're gonna, it could get to where you want to put a new panel up there, which is to reinvigorate the YouTube and just get it popping again. You can get it popping again, but as you release these videos, people are going to ask these questions. Or are people going to want to hit the couch knowing that if that phone rings, my ass is out? So, for transparency reasons, since you deal with the public, I call on the food community. I call on the food community for transparency reasons in order to keep that reputation intact. Tell us the story. How did the whole thing get dismantled and now you're playing reruns? No, now you're releasing unreleased shit from the archives, which is great. We're winning. Tell us the story, man. What happened? Got some Bay Area mid-high socks. Damn, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna have to put the ruler away. And it says how down you are. I'm gonna have to put that ruler. And if it's toward that bottom, that's like Alvin juvenile hall shit. I'm just kidding. Oh man, see, I knew I was right. It came across my feed. So tonight is America's team. America's team plays tonight. It's gonna be good. Dak's on the bench. Yeah, put the memes out. Yeah, another year with an injury. I mean, it is what it is. You're still gonna tune in like I am. Let's keep it real. And there's still the hits. There's still the highlights. And Super Bowl commercials are still 50 mil. Dallas Cowboys. That's right. I knew it was happening. All right, let's get back to it. So, I mean, does that make sense? It's not going to be a long live, but I wanted to put that point out there as well. If this shit fell apart like death row and has like that kind of reputation where the shit fell apart because phone calls are being made because someone controlled the moves for transparency reasons, if anyone else is going to sit on that couch, let us know what happened. Let us know who's the puppet master, or is it an entity? Is it a group? Which that's why I'm saying you should got to stay away from. At least me, I'll tell new podcasters stay away from the gang shit. If you're going all in and you're doing what you do, I get it, man. You got the baton passed to you. I get it. What I tell you, you're gonna take with a grain of salt. But to anyone else, non-affiliates, like 4Extra calls them non-affiliates. He went on a podcast. He told him, he said, I just knocked the non-affiliate out 2 days ago. Oh man, my bad. Those little things come to my mind and shit when I'm scrolling. From like last night, it popped in my head right now. That's funny. Lightweight catting out. My bad, you guys. So let's go back to it. Ron Garcia's in the casa. That's right, my boy. I wear my shorts like fuck. They hit the ankle, huh? It's crazy that the longer the shorts, the downer the food too. And they got those plaid colors, huh? Like the black and grays. Remember the black and grays? Everyone had the black and grays at some point. Well, Cholo Juan, he still bangs it every day. You know what I mean? Cholo Juan, man. I hope he's doing good, man. Keeps the 9 to 5, keeps grinding. I know it's hard, man, for Cholo Juan to keep the 9 to 5 and then after work on the internet hustle, I guess, whatever you want to call it. How much money is he making? At the end of the day, that's es lo que vale, right? Because if you're not getting paid, from jumping on podcasts or you're just building your brand, then it's coming out of your pocket. You're paying for the exposure, I guess, right? Ron Garcia's laughing. All right, let's go back to it. Food community got rid of Icon after his damn chingado, man. Alva's in the casa. Shit. Let me read that again. Okay. The Juneteenth comments. I'm trying to remember. I need some alpha brain. Hold on, gente. See, boom, now it kicked in. So, yeah, there was some comments made, and it was in regards to the raza being underrepresented at a concert, right? I believe those are the comments that were made, underrepresented. So, again, it's a whole different thing, man. Over here on the Central Coast and even going up north to NorCal, I mean, it just is not that. As long as business is going good, it's never a race thing. It's never a black between, never. So that to me is new. That's why I can't really comment too much on it because I really don't understand it. I really don't understand it, man. Shout out to the 372s. But so he was saying that, and then the Africano community, online, right? Because no one's doing any real shit. No one's protesting or tying themselves to a tree or none of that shit, right? Over the internet in real life. the online community, took offense. So then you need people to sit down or at least make a phone call and talk about it. But again, at the end of the day, it's really all videos. It's really all videos. I mean, it's sometimes that's why it seemed like Alvin wanted to be the fucking good Samaritan hero and save the day for everything. Like, oh, cancel all stereotypes, cancel all drama. I mean, that's a good thing, right? But it's also freedom of speech. If someone makes 10 videos about me and calls me un pinche racista, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna keep it pushing. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep it pushing. Well, man, we shouldn't let them. No, I get it, man. But how much is that really affecting your life? Because the internet's not hurting you. Most of the time, is you that's hurting you. If you're not getting the bag, if you're not hustling, if you're not working and then working on the dream on the side and trying to build the dream up, going to school at night, school on the weekends, building the dream, it's mostly us. It's not the fucking internet that's gonna do anything. But I'll hold. They shot the show at Icon Studio. When he stepped away, he kicked the whole community. Damn, fucking Norby's comes and gives you the cliff notes of the whole scenario and shit. I'm not knowing. I never had anything negative to say about Icon. Matter of fact, I talked to him about the Cholo Juan fight. So me and him actually only had one conversation. You know what I mean? That's it. And so I mean, both of them could have been on the thing another 5 years, and it would have been hitting on all cylinders, right? But something happened. Phone calls were made, and if it's like that, just let the people know it's like that, man. Let them know ahead of time too, because they don't want to, after some shit happened. Saludos from Oxnard, Chicas. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. Actually, I was talking, I think on the members only. I was talking with the Salinas OG. I'll put this out, but it's really members only stuff. That there was a dude from Chicas in the camp, and I mentioned it in the Salinas OG. He said, "Oh, I remember him." And I told him, "Bro, I don't even know how this individual, how did he ended up with a Salinas address, right? One way or another. But he did not turn down any fade at all. This dude, I must have seen him run like 30 or 40 fades. That's a new, they're chingastos, man. We didn't call them that. I'm just saying it because the youngsters call it that now. And he was from Chiques, right? But he was here, and I'm like, he must have visited the Tia's house, caught a case, went to camp, and now is 1 against 300. And that was crazy, but my respect. because again, he just has the Mexican blood, man. That Mexican blood pumps through you. Imagine me being scared of somebody, and I'm Mexican, but I'll hold. Artie gets his shorts from the big. I know why he's hugging the baby cat. Chingado, man. The shorts are long, huh? I mean, just you know, it is what it is, man. However you show up, I try to just. All I know is if someone is wearing a shirt, the other dude's wearing a shirt. If someone has no shirt, then it has to be copacetic. That means we're gonna be in sync with that. So no shirts, no shirts. You guys want shirts? No one's ever told me they wanted to do shirt off yet. No one, no fighter. I've had 6 fighters already this year, and no fighters told me, "Hey, shirt off." Because if someone's adamant about shirt off, then I got to go to the other side and be like, you know what, shirt off. Is that okay? Stop already. No, the food community. I don't want to digress. All of these things that we know happen is all I'm saying is that why can't there be transparency since you're dealing with the public on what happened? Because people now think there's a puppet master. When that's why I'm saying these dudes that are too hard for the radio, man. Just watch out with these dudes. They're too hard for the radio. That's why I like that song de Chente, man. Barrio Humilde. Yo nací en Barrio Humilde. And don't get it twisted too. There's some people that you're just judging wrong. You think they're flaunty, you think they're showing off, you think they're showy, trying to look fucking, bling bling shiny, and they could be the most humble person on the inside because it's the inside, right? Ole, no, so those 2 clips they did put out, obviously, that Marvelous, the first 2 clips, and now they're like 10 clips in. It's good, man. I think I've watched them all. At least once I watched them all. Um, and the last one though, food community, you gotta change that caption. I'm nobody. Believe me, I'm nobody. I'm nobody. So don't listen to me. But when you're putting El Hijo de Dios that he was a P, no, he didn't say that. He said the image. He said the image. But I get it. You want the click. I get it. But it just no, you could do you. You know what I mean? But when it comes to that, oh come on. Imagine you one of the main call another religion's main prophet or main whatever leader or whatever, call him a P. But you'll do that to the Lord? Nah, I don't agree with that. Change that shit. The raza should get offended at that shit. You know what? Maybe we should put a call to arms right now. I'm saying it right now on Chicano Street, man. He didn't say it was him. He said the image of him is Alexander the Sixth's son. And people don't know that. He said that. He didn't say him, the Lord. Change that shit. The Rasta's making a call to arms. This might be the first call to arms. We don't agree with that shit. But what do you what does the Rasta say? Are we all right with that? The last caption on the last video they dropped, cool community. I think that's offensive to the Rasta. Saludos to Chique Ezequiel. Respects for the 831 Watson. That's right, my boy. Yeah, me and Salinas OG were talking about it. And I don't know how he knew because I think he stayed somewhere over there where Salinas OG stays, like Atlantic off of Garner, somewhere over there. And so I think he knew the family. And the family was just a Mexicano family, but, super solid. And he went to visit, caught a case. He was over there in the camp. He ran about 30 fades. And again, they're outnumbered. I mean, 1 against 100. Like 1 to 50 is the ratio, the people say I'm exaggerating. These are facts, man. It just depending the time period because things did change year by year. Okay, put that in context. Machete's laughing. He's dizzy as hell. Oxnard, I sent him out. Yeah, he ran the fade every time. I'm not even knowing, but we could talk about that. Norby's is going to be returning to the podcast. Let's talk about that. DM me. Let's get that date in, cabron. I think I'm going back to the motherland. That's why. Just want to make sure it falls on the right day. And then bam, we're doing a lot at the church. We got the toy giveaway. We're doing the toy giveaway. I'm not putting flyers and all that out there. Who knows is the community, the local community. This is the YouTube community. The toy giveaway they know is on the 12th. They got a wall of toys already. I mean, a wall from the steel. It almost hits the ceiling. The pinchy toys. They got to go up on a ladder and get them. And then I think I'm going back to the motherland. So let me know. Norbis, just lock that in, cabron. And we'll talk about it. So, what do you think about what I said, gente? I get it. A curandero is a medicine man. And there's been curanderos, right? There's been curanderos. It's just what happens is when the Christian culture is black and white. And so I get where Marvelous is coming from saying that's not, the culture. I get it when he says it's not the culture. I get that. You know what I mean? I know the culture we grew up in. You know what I mean? I say we because I know que eres Mexicano and he grew up probably the same as me, right? Traditions and the Catholic Church and all that, right? So there probably was curanderos, but the Christian philosophy is black and white on that shit. They're gonna call a curandero un pinche brujo or un mago or something, but it kind of off. I mean, if it's not of Christ, the Christian beliefs are, then what is it? Then who is it of? And there's only two masters, the Bible said, and it's darkness and light. So I know. Anyways, let's go back to it. So the food community. So that's all I'm asking for is transparency. And that last clip that you put up, I think that's offensive to the raza because the raza by traditional religion. Some people get mad that I say that. See, you're even admitting you're in a religion. It is what it is. Cálmense. You guys are fucking deeper than the ocean, man. That's offensive to the raza. He didn't say el señor is a P. He said the image. Go look at the video. The video's out there. That's why I tell people they never want to. We're lazy, huh? A lot of the raza's lazy. We'll believe it quicker than we are instead of clicking the video to get the whole message, speech, sermon, whatever it was, right? We're quicker to say, yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's true, huh? They're going to do that. And don't even watch the whole video. So that's the only thing. I guess I just threw that in here. But really, do they owe an apology to the people saying, you know what, we weren't transparent before, but from moving forward, no phone call can be made over here. It's gonna move shit. And if it is like that, then podcasts aren't gonna want to fuck with that. Again, that's the same thing like a promoter. Same thing like someone you're trying to do business with. I do good business. I do righteous business. I do stand-up business. And the street shit that you got to leave that out of there. But that they got phone calls and all of a sudden people are moved off the couch, that's Gacho Street. That's Gacho Street. And then Norby's puts a fucking cliff notes in the comments right now. Before I go though, I did want to add what I just added. Okay, I think that last caption for likes, clicks, and views, I don't. It don't matter to me. That got to get changed, man. Because you want to offend a whole people. That's offensive. Is it just me or what? It might just be me, right? Oh, Mikey es Cristiano. Well, yeah, it's probably just me then. As Hopper says, you're correct. The majority is willing to believe a lie before believing a truth. Yes, and also the lenses that we get given to see shit in, I understand that very clearly. It's a Western or it could be a Christian. I get it. But at the end of the day, I'm leaning towards something, right? Or else how does my life make sense? You know what I mean? But one thing I always kept saying from day one is no one's ever going to talk you about out of a personal encounter that you had. They can't. It can't. It's a personal encounter, so that's stronger than anything else. But I get it. I would love to have that conversation. Beautiful. Mom's is shining right now. I always leave mom's looking like a mirror. That one does got to get changed. Change the caption. Come on. It's like why is it always is you could say the Bible, right? But when you say Jesus, oh, they got a problem with it. You could say God, But if it's the God of the Holy Bible, boom, they got a problem with it. So the majority of the raza, traditionally, we're Cristiano, whether you want to say that's Catholic, whether you want to say that's Protestant Christian, however, you got to change that caption, man. Out of pocket. Out of pocket. Salute. That's right. New Zealand just stepped in the casa. That's about 6, 8 time zones over there. Difference, huh? I appreciate you. I appreciate you more than you know. Stay tuned in, man. It's Chicano Street. We're in California. We're in Podcast Central. Over here is where all the podcasts are popping out. You know, we got No Jumper. We got all these ones that are all over here in California. So stay tuned in. Plus, we got the giveaway coming up. We got more guests. 1984 says, all the modern day Catholic ceremonies you see in small towns are part indigenous with the forced Catholicism. Yeah. So, you know, the great guests that I've had on, they just expound on indigenous roots, culture, the tribes, shit that we don't get taught, man. Shit that we don't get taught, right? We've all discussed the pre-colonial and the post-colonial. It's interesting as hell. I'm telling you, because I see the feedback, I see the comments, and the people just want history. You know, what you should do is subscribe to some of those history channels. I think there's one called Infography. I'm subscribed to like 5 or 6 of those channels. So at least if I see something, I'm learning. I want to learn something. If almost it's gonna take my time, then let me go. It's like the calendar that I have every single day. I have a calendar on my desk, and every single day is a different word. What I'm gonna be doing is building my vocabulary every single day, and that's just subliminally because I'm just gonna be seeing it. Oh, today's the 9th or December, and today's word is so and so. Ceremonies, yeah. You know, my parents went to man. I did confession. I got for sure I got baptized as a baby, and I did confession and I did communion, whatever it is, like around 11, 12 years old, right? Took the picture in front of the church. On the west side is Salinas, West Market, Sacred Heart, and that was it. Like my parents, we never went to church, man. You know, we're just trying to make ends meet, man. Pops was in and out, and so he wasn't stable to count on for finances ever, ever. It's a different story from the friends that I had who pops were hard working, blue collar, busting their ass, busting their back. Pops had illegal problems all his life. It is what it is. Salute from New Zealand. That's right. Exactly. Guillermo Patroni. Patroni. What about the caption? Yeah, the caption that they put on the last one, that again is like their 11th clip because Food Community Clips. Again, they're dropping unreleased footage. That's great. And since my boy, you know, I know Pocho, I'm like, he got okey doked. I want, for transparency reasons, them to deal with it. Is phone calls gonna be made if there's a new panel? Are you guys still puppet mastering over there? Has the whole thing changed because you got stripped? I mean, everything got stripped down to the bone, and now it's a whole new mess out over there. Okay, let the people know something, man, because the people are thinking that shit is death row. Once you go back there, a phone call gets made. If that phone rings, the same phone that rang last time, and we know who did it. It was the Banda World. You know what? How about clear that up? If the Banda World calls you, Food Community, is he still moving the needle for you? Because that's what the people want to know. If he made the phone call and bragged about it after, so it's even on video. That's new. We're in a generation where they admit to crimes now on the internet, but I'll hold. That religion was not a Kemanwak. I heard a marvelous say. The creator is Huitzilopochtli. I think he said it was Huitzilopochtli, the creator, and just so the people know, I always wanted to know. Well, yeah, what is the native? What's the native us? Those that have indigenous roots. What are the native teachings? What are the native scrolls? The native philosophies, you know. You don't hear me ask that every single time I have a guest? Shit, I ask that every time. I've actually asked about creation a couple times. You guys know that. I'm wanting to know because I don't claim to know it all. And some people will say, Western. Mikey's westernized. It's all good, man. That's great. Stop, man. I'm gonna get emotion, you guys, and then just let me know if the audio drops. You know how it is. Baby Love Substance. I appreciate you, amiga. I gotta give credit all the time to me, amiga. Baby Love Substance. Let me just highlight the comment. And they made another tier of moderators, and so it's called a managing moderator. So I put Miss Chicano Tube, and it reset the wrenches. I reset the wrenches. So we're gonna be giving them back out. I mean, I just haven't got to it. It's crazy. Last month was a blur. We had the fight, and I had to go to the motherland twice on business. It was crazy. And I think I'm gonna return one more time this month. It's crazy. Just let me know if my audio drops off. So the people want to know, the food community. If you're gonna put a whole new panel up there, is the hater world gonna call one more time and tell you to kick someone off the couch? That's what the people want to know. That's what the rumblings are in the podcast universe, and I guess that's what we're talking about today. Cabrones. But the last caption on the last clip you dropped, I think that's offensive to the raza. And I've never put a call to arms yet this year, at least I can't remember this year. I'm saying you got to change that because he did, and I'm not gonna say his name. That's why I'm in the same sentence. You hear me not saying the guest's name because I respect him that much. He didn't say that he was a P. He said the image. Go back and watch the video. That people don't know the image is the image of Alexander the Sixth's son. That's what he said. So I know you want the clicks, but I mean, this ain't someone wearing a mariachi suit. This is the fucking raza's religion. O sea, how you gonna take el señor out of it? There's no religion without el señor. So yeah, that's highly, highly offensive. We gotta do better with that, please. They're not gonna, if the cabron listens to me or not. We are Chicano too. We do got a voice at the table. Not a lot of people listen to YouTube though. Lil Cuete is a great example why a lot of people get turned off by religion. Well, the only thing I don't want to say is he didn't have an experience. As far as getting baptized, I mean, that's someone doing better. I mean, in my opinion, cabron. I mean, so hey, the homie got baptized. Damn, that's great. It reminds me of one time I went by the Victory Outreach, recently married, newlyweds. They're doing a car wash. And I seen a dude at the Victory Outreach car wash, washing a pinche carro. This dude was a hitman. Let's just put it like that. This fucking dude was no joke. Throw him in the trunk, duct tape them all. And that he was even in that parking lot blew me away. But that he's washing cars. I flipped the car. I put it in the line of the people that were gonna pay to get the car washed. I didn't even care about. I don't even know if my car needed a wash. I was just tripping that I seen an old school partner of mine at the church. And when I went up to him, I told him, cabrón. We embraced, and we knew each other for at least 3, 4, 5 years. And I'm like, what are you doing here? And he knows what I mean. Here, you're at the Victory Outreach car wash, washing cars. And you know what he said? The very next thing that came out of his mouth, he said, I gave my life to Jesus. Jesus changed my life. You can't tell me that's a bad thing. I know we can debate in religions and all this other thing, but you can't, in its essence, tell me that's a bad thing. I mean, come on. Come on. Don't be gacho, man. Don't be gacho. And again, it's the people, it's the people's religion. How are you going to take El Señor out of it? Then it won't be the people's religion. But anyways, I digressed. Back to the food community. All right. Go back and hear what I say. It's transparency reasons. Phone calls being made is what changed the couch. Is it is it like death row? If it's death row and there's shugs, people aren't gonna want to fuck with that. That's just facts, man. There's a poem called "I'm Joaquin." 70s. That's right. That's right. It's on YouTube. A video about it's about the raza. Okay, that's cool, man. Again, I'm not. I'm not trying to, come on. I'm not the new Cesar Chavez, the new activist. No, I got congressmen trying to pull me into politics, and I'm just like, I don't got the time right now. And I keep getting the messages. We're 13,000 strong, and so the voice is just going to be bigger and bigger. By the time we get our 15 minutes and we do our little podcast tour, we're going to be already set up. And one of the first things we're going to push is the series of fighting. I'm just going to start next week dropping on advertising on TikTok and IG. But anyways, Mikey, here's a question. How do you feel about on the world collaboration on the world? So that I that two men making a decision. You know how I am, Morbius. You know how I am. I could have two different guests and they're beefing with each other and shit. But how's that my problem? And we're past the age of whoever you beef with, you have to carry my beefs. I think we're past that age, man. That age was when we were fucking playing sock out or fucking merry-go-round or tetherball or I don't know. So we're past that, and it's like to each his own. And I got the series of fighting, so I like when I see drama and beefs like that because it gives me another opportunity to pitch a contract. I got a contract ready for Bands and Left. I got a contract ready for Lucky Sun Tzu and the Banda World. I've had a contract ready for like Tony A and Alvin. That would have been a great. I was thinking about that Cinco de Mayo this year. It almost kind of hit a peak around that time. I think it would have went bad for Alvin. I think Tony would have clipped him, just the corner of the mouth, just the corner of the boom, the jaw, and then he would have crumbled. And I think he would have just, I think he would have had his composure, so he would have stopped. It wouldn't have been like, oh, the ref has to jump on him. He just wanted. It was a coraje. It was a pega. It was a punch out of coraje. Respectfully, so shout out to him. Shout out to Rodeo. It's puro pedo. You know what it is. It is what it is, man. How do you feel a collaboration? If that were to happen, I said this last night, but I think it was the Modelos talking. I was like, all of a sudden you see me and I'm like, boom, with the runner. Norbies, what would be your first comment if you see me live with the runner? Oh, man. A lot of people are tuning in and be like, man, this is a Pinchy Cheeseman podcast. And no, I really just go off the DMs. And when we're in Chicano Street and Chicano headquarters, that's when it gets good, man. So if you ever see me go live in the studio, those shows are better, man. Tune in for that one. We got Wednesday night and we got Friday night. Wednesday and Friday. But what would I say? I would say there's no beef between them. That's what I would say. I mean, there's nothing that I'm just one of those cabrones, man. I've had a history of doing this thing, like wipe off the debts. And that could have been a flaw of mine because then people, I'm losing money or whatever, but I just wipe off debts because I don't want to go into the new year with nothing on my heart, man. So that's just me. You can do blood grudges and if you want. I got a ring. I got a ring if you got a blood grudge. Kyle. Just kidding. Actually, I'm not. Who show? I'm New Zealand. That's right. That's right. Okay. That's right. Well, I appreciate you. When New Zealand just tapped in, the casa, we appreciate you. Live on Chicano Street. We are here, the midday quick mix and your quick fix for podcasting and food community. This is the last call to arms. I'm going to let it go, wrap it up with this because I'm going to go inside the Jamba Juice Center. We're all westernized, brother. Yeah, we are because the curriculum we got, it's crazy. I got guests telling us the true history. And I'm just glad that the boss, the owners of the platform, let that go on. But when I mentioned a president that threw more people out of the country than anyone else, boom, they cut the stream right away on me and Norby's last time. Well, we had an hour and a half in, but I think we're talking for like another 5-10 minutes, and we went from 120, 140 to like 30, and those 30 were just die hard, huh? Those 30 are your pinche soldados in the trenches. They ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? They ain't going nowhere. They're your Navy SEALs and shit team squadron. We're a work in progress. Absolutely. And no, I'm not trying to call for this all the way across the platform kind of unity. I mean, it can happen, but there has to be a cause to join us, and that has to. It's like what's the quickest way to get the people on one page and not talk about politics and you wear a mask and you wear a Trump hat and all that bullshit. Uh, if there was like a UFO invasion, boom. If there was a UFO invasion, automatically everyone on planet Earth is getting together, and every single petty difference you had, no matter how much gasoline you put on there, don't mean shit because now you got to deal with something you don't know, and it's humanity versus everyone else. Fuck the world. You know what I mean? I don't even know why I said that. Sounded like Alex Jones and shit. The scroll, they're called the Aztec Codex because I just learned that, bro. Literally, like last year or this year, sometime. Literally. So that's like our Encyclopedia Britannicas, which the online version of the encyclopedia is now Wikimedia, right? But I had one of my guests said they had umbrage with I think it was against the Brown Berets because at the Brown Berets, this guest said it. I'm just repeating what the guest said. No se agüiten, cabrones. He said that he had umbrage with the fact they connect to the Aztec tribe, but maybe in some cases don't exactly have blood related to that tribe. Hold on. Hello there. Get a large PB and banana protein. Soy or whey protein? Make it whey and then let me get extra whey. I appreciate it. Yeah. Anything else? Nope. We have a large pea banana protein with double whey and 2 rewards for those. 3, yeah. My bad. All right, what's cracking? There's mine as well. I don't know how many. From what I understand, is there's hundreds of languages, bro. So does that mean there's hundreds of codexes? A matter of fact, the word codex is that a newer word? Because that sounds something that's not even. Is that an indigenous word, codex, or is that something que también they put on it? You know what I mean? That's a Western world or European word. But ours to be all us, it will be like our encyclopedias. That means it has all the knowledge that they give us. And that's not all the knowledge in the world, but that they give us, right? You know. And I know when I share some of those clips, now we just digress from the food community now, but they are going to change that caption. I have a feeling they're going to do what's right, man. You don't disrespect the raza by calling El Señor a P. I don't give a shit how many views you want. You don't do that shit. But I'll hold. Those are the battles that I pick, man. I don't pick these little, oh, he's wearing a mariachi outfit. That's some bullshit. You gonna fuck off a little youngster's outdate for he's wearing a mariachi? I mean, they don't understand it, right? Again. But anyways, when a call's being made, Mike is on the other side of the phone making this shit out. It's all internet pedo. Way. At the end of the day, it's all internet pedo. The codices. Okay. I don't even know if that's an indigenous word, to be honest. It doesn't sound like it. It actually sounds like a European word. If it matters or not. Norbies, how do you feel about Oh man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I remember eating the Mexican pizza when I was a kid. They had one right down the street from the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, it was in a blue neighborhood. It was in a blue team neighborhood. And I remember going down there as a kid and eating right there the Mexican pizza. That was fire, man. That was fire. Is it highly processed? Ultra. Okay. Ultra processed. That means you're gonna get fucking layers of skin. Is gonna be just Taco Bell. You know what I mean? A couple layers of 2-3 inches of layers is gonna be all Taco Bell. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Mikey, I'm having to tap back in. I'm having a burrito on Temple Street. Man, it's motherfucking good. That's right, my boy. That's right. What about those the vendors on Soto Way? On North Soto, about the 700 block, about the 700 block of North Soto. They only come out after 5 o'clock. Again, people get mad because, oh, they're not paying permits. They're not paying it. They pay taxes through I-10s, but a lot of the times and I could be wrong. I could be wrong. A lot of times they don't want to pay like the insurances or the permits even. But taxes is one of those things that a lot of the raza does pay. So they don't set up until after 5. And some people have said, well, they make it fucking hard to get a permit. Or I've heard that being said too. I don't know how true it is, but I heard that. Nipsey won. So yeah, I know what you mean. And a lot of the times people want to know, they want to cite sources. They want to know a source. I mean, you would want to know, right? Like, hey, where can I find that? And maybe that source cites other sources. Now, if someone says, no, it just is what it is, and everything got deleted, then it is what it is. I mean, then the elders will have to know, right? Because the elders have been around for many generations, not just this generation. Saludos, tapping in. What's the topic here? Why should who apologize? Well, the food community is what I was talking about, Pinchy Freddy, was they just released the Marvelous one. Hope they probably have like another 30 videos they could release. They just haven't released them. The Falling Out when Pocho left and all that. But we know it's because there was phone calls that were made and people want to know, is this the new death row? Because if phone calls are being made, ain't no one gonna want to sit on that couch. So before you start thinking of looking for a new podcast host, which will get you back to that level, I'm not saying they can't go back. They had a good thing and the bag got dropped. So people just want to know, if the hater world calls again, are they going to bow down and fold like a lawn chair to the hater world? Only for my protein problems. The only calls being made is people the DoorDash with $1,000. Oh man. Some of us work out, man. Some of us push health. Like Marvelous. He works out, he gets his money. Tony gets his money. I get my money. You could tell who gets their money, man. And the rest, yeah, like Alvin, he's probably already got 2 chins. He's working on his 3rd chin. He made the choice to get baptized. Yeah, I know. In the Christian Protestants, we believe that, well, a child is too young to be baptized, because the whole scriptures say get baptized for repentance of sins. You're the man. I appreciate you much. Take care. Espérense, cabrones. Gotta have that double weight. Don't ever take soy. Soy is the #1 killer that will absolutely destroy your testosterone. And if you want to know a natural testosterone developer, take 2 with D3. Take K2 plus D3. It's on Amazon. It's a white bag. K2, excuse me, K2 plus D3, vitamin D3. Both of those together is a natural. I heard this from Gary Brecka. I researched it. I've been on K2 now for over a year. It's a natural testosterone developer. Soy kills it. And all the fucking Chinese food, most of it has soy. And here we are, la raza, la comida china. La comida china, dice la raza. I come a long way. Streets lost when you crush out. There's a lot of people. I was just praying, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, man. I was just praying on that last stream I was on. I was like, okay, I'm done already. Okay, there's nothing else. I already know what the next step is. And you know what? It's been a good 25-year run. I'm out. And I was just praying, like, just let me go home, because most people think it's a two-way ticket, and most of the time, and so especially from my generation, Most of the time, it was a one-way ticket. We weren't coming back. We ain't coming back. People that got 2 to 4 for knocking off a liquor store, they ain't been home since. So how am I gonna be out here complaining, right? Or be on the internet getting mad? They're making videos about me. Phone calls are being made. Phone calls are being made about the internet, right? And that affects me, right? I'll hold. Yeah, the Jamba Juice, they already know me when they see they know my name. Maybe another 5 minutes, man. Another 5 minutes. The food community, that's what I say. I know Risky just tapped in the building. Risky, he's seen one of the videos of the 10 videos the food community drop. And the guest said, he ain't tatting the Santa Muerte on nobody for no dollar. That was interesting when he said that. Nobody, no dollar, because it opens up portals to demons. Well, I was talking about yesterday a book called Unbroken Curses by Rebecca Brown. And I said, when I read that book, I always knew anytime I pick something up on the side of the road, whether it's by a merchant or no matter where I'm at, right? Africa, Central America, Mexico, Russia, wherever, I pray over that thing. I said, the blood of Jesus covers this little pinchy skull before I take it back to my house and inside, where it needs to go. Chale Street. So that was a good book, man. Trip out on that one. People can believe what they choose. The issue is when you tell someone else that their spiritual, religious beliefs are wrong or not valid. You mean it causes an issue? That's the issue, right? It causes an issue. Well, it's called differences, and guess what? Life is full of them, man. Life is full of them. Here is California. Here they'll sue the shit out of someone. Well, I feel he offended me, and they'll sue the pinchy store owner. In other states, they look at it like that's crybaby shit. Why do you guys even do that? And it's like if someone doesn't want to make you a cake, keep it pushing. Freedom of expression, freedom of speech. But they want to change that too. They actually, que mala. We dodged a huge bullet, Raza. Que mala wanted to censor the hell out of everything. I mean, she came out in interviews saying that social media shouldn't be able to say anything. And I'm not talking about violent, graphic, grosseria. I'm not talking about hate. No, I'm not talking about that. That takes two cents of understanding to know, okay, that's what that is. But just so people can say whatever. But anyways, when you tell people their religious beliefs, I know it's like people die for religion way. And again, it's religion, and I know, like we say in the Christian world, it's not religion, it's relationship. I'm not perfect, nor am I ever going to be walking on water, but trust me, he lives in my heart. First thing I think about at the beginning of the day, the last thing, and I know there's a lot of things that money can skew that, things can skew that. Politics, some people, it's like they're God and shit. Now, if I ever do serve in politics, it would be based on the fact that it does help the community. It can. We'll pass a measure, boom, and all of our roads are fixed. We'll pass a bill, boom, and there'll be another couple of after school youth centers opened up. That way we can get some mentors in there, and just like I do, keep them off the calles, man. We save lives like that, literally. Literally. You might not be able to see it, but we save lives. Every time I give a ride to 3-4 youngsters after the boxing session, could have been 3-4 lives I saved. Catholic, any religion. What a narcissist. Oh, that's right, Rosalie. She'll fucking, and it's probably a bot or troll, but probably throw a cup of water in your face and shit, like the angry tia and shit. Like the Edna Mode, right? The one that didn't pay the taquera. I was messed up, man. That's fucking Rosalie right there. Edna Mode and shit. No, it's all good. I appreciate the comment. Politics or fighting. They it bugs me when they say the world is so divided right now, and then they want to fucking put 47's face up there, right? Hey, newsflash. Who's still the president? Who is the president of the United States right now? So when they want to throw Jack, it's funny because it's like they don't even, fuck, man. These news stations don't even know what they're talking about, man. They try to throw a jab and they get a right hook hit right on the chin, and they don't even care. You know what I mean? People can see through it now. People can see through it now. But yeah, so this is the most divided country. Well, who's the president of the most divided country then? I'm not gonna get into that, man. Look at the stream off and shit. Risky. It's wrong when you claim indigenous all day. Dang, I'm mad. Here's an undercard match. Sounds like here's an undercard match right here. Fighting out of the Nipsey one says indigenous all day. I'm gonna say that was directed toward me, right? And I know it wasn't, but how I would respond is, you know what? Ever since I started Chicano Tube June of last year, I've been more and more wanting to seek out my indigenous roots. That's the truth. Now, by eating, sleeping, and breathing it, or that's all I could think about? No. Actually, my family, my wife, my kid, my children, that's all I eat, sleep, and think about. But I have been wanting to know more, so I know that where my dad is from, the Purepecha tribe dominated. That was their region. That was their shit. From my understanding, and I could be wrong, and my dad is from Cuacoman, Michoacan. Now, mom's is you can just know from seeing light skin, green eyes. My mom was light skinned and she had green eyes. So that's 100% Spanish blood, right? Or close to it. Not 100%, right? We don't, or it could be, and I don't even know it. Could have been too Spanish. What do I know? I wasn't there, right? So yeah, that's been interesting. This guy didn't even graduate. I got my GED from Mount Toro High School. Everyone there was either a gang member or the girls were pregnant. That's the only type of two people that were at this school. Oh man, what a trip, man. Tether raw and butts up, created back top face. Yeah, the butts up with the little blue ball. Wait, there was a little blue ball. Shout out to one of my. I got a story. Might as well because I'm driving across town. Tell you a story. I had a close friend. He lived 3 doors down. I'm like in third, fourth grade. I'm still a kid, innocent, riding bikes and stuff like that. But already, La Malicia is already starting to come in me, right? Because the people I'm around, right? My friends, right? They're all wearing white shirts, and here we go, right? But there was a guy. His name was Moses. He lived next door to the Saldivars. Big family in Salinas. The Saldivars, big family in Salinas. Perico, the uncle. I think he was part of the first generation. And if you know, you know what I mean. I think he's part of the first generation behind the walls. Oh, if you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. Well, he was next door to him. His name was Moses. And around the time the American Meat came out, he was, part of the segment that decided to go on the blue team. Because now it's 92, American Meat came out. Well, he was the one about 2 years prior to that. We were playing butts up all the time. Boom, bat. And he was 2 years older than me. And 2 years when you're a kid is a lot, man. Like fucking 2 generations when you're a kid, you know? And he would tag me so gacho with that little ball. And then what happened was one of the Saldivars walked by one day and he told him, "Hey, do you have change? 4 quarters?" He took that as disrespect. He said, "I got 13 quarters." They got into it and they shot the house up and he moved to Texas. That's crazy. That was crazy. Crazy. Let me see what's going on. Tony is a big man. No, I think he's like 6'2", 240, 260. And I think most of that is muscle. I want to say at least like 80, 85. He must have maybe less than 5%. 10. For sure 10. For sure 10 less. When people that's not even people don't work out, don't even have, I mean, the numbers are different, right? I think it'll be a good one, man. I'm not ruling it out neither. He might just be like, you know what? Wait for the right time. Wait for it to get hot. Wait for it to get a little bit more known, a little bit more hot. When I'm doing an A, and then he calls me up, hey, is there ever an LA show? Absolutely. We'll be in LA twice next year. All right, well, put me on for one of them. My bad. Won't come. I'm back right now. Wait, back right now. Check it out, Rasa. There's more Native American tribes in California than in any other states in America. Is that right? Is that documented? More than Arizona, New Mexico. We're talking individual states, right? So okay, more than Texas too. Because I've seen maps that like have the tribes. I mean, corner to corner, right? Before there was 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. These little poems they taught us and shit, huh? This little poem, I still remember it. I was laughing with Wayward Son. And I said, so it's not like the song, because he said, my country, 'tis of thee. Pinchy Wayward Son. Again, the guests I bring on, I ask them questions to find out about them. I haven't been on no debates. Not one debate. Now, some of you will comment, wow, that's soft, Mikey. You got to get in there, cabron, and plant the flag. And no, I get that, but I'm trying to get as much as I can off the guests for the short time that we have. You know, but let's see. Get the comment. What the hell you mean? Hey, comment would be to grow man, right path. Damn, that's the path of righteousness. Enlighten us on your path of righteousness. You know, like remind me of the movie 2012. Remember? And then these monks, these Shaolin monks, they're in the mountains and shit. And the one there was one who was in the federal program that's like DEFCON 5 super top secret, right? DEFCON 5. Um, and he was part of the Shaolin. He had a temple up there. He ran and told his family, "Everyone get in the truck. We gotta go." In 2012, the monks are meditating and he's drinking tea and he's talking about life. What does life mean? What is the meaning of life? Oh no, we digress from the food community, but I believe that last caption they put on the last video that disrespects the raza. Gotcha. Not like Alvin. I'm not gonna care if someone fucking calls us a Mexican sandwich or a mariachi. I pick my battles, and you didn't even have a leg to stand on none of that shit because you ain't Mexican anyway. So don't bring us into your beefs. But what I'm saying is that this one, oh yeah, change that caption, bro. You gonna disrespect all the raza's religion? I mean, I just got to, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to go there. I ain't trying to go there, but I had to go there on that one. He didn't say El Señor. He said the picture of El Señor, the painting that a lot of the raza has blasted on. Well, people in general have blasted on him. The beard, that's a depiction of Alexander the Sixth, and he said his name, Borgia. But to caption it, que the Señor is a P, damn, man. Unacceptable, in my opinion. For the ones honoring La Virgen, that's right, cabrón. Yeah, the Virgen's Day is coming up on the 12th, man. It's coming up on the 12th, so that'd be a good posada to plan with the family, man. Or just, put on like we do Dia de Muertos, a nice little, decor, raza decor culture. I bought two little pieces last time I was in Mexico, and then I got two other pieces. Again, I pray over all of them, the blood of Jesus. They're pricey too, man. Man, pinche Biden. He's making the raza sell little skulls for $10. Got you. Or maybe they're just getting over on me. Tengo la cara de pocho. ¿Qué pasó, hermano? We're talking about the food community, releasing new videos. And so I'm asking for transparency, since if they want to come back as a podcast, people are not going to want to go and sit on that couch no more, knowing that if that phone rings, are they, all we want to know is, are they still bowing down to the hater world? That means if the banda world calls, if he wants another guy off the couch, are they jumping? Okay, well, oh yes, how high? When he says jump? Because that's what it sounds like what happened. So then it's going to turn into a death row. Ain't no one going to want to even go over there no more. So whatever they got, release it all, because there ain't no more guests. Unless there's some transparency on what happened. The people want to know who called who, how many calls, what were they talking about. But if you can't mention it because it's some gang shit, then we understand. And guess what? Ain't no one going to fuck with it no more. In my opinion, if that happened to me, the people should be demanding accountability. Hey, Mikey, why'd you kick that fucking podcaster? Was one of the reasons the chemistry was good, and it was cracking and popping. So don't do this change and expect us to stay loyal. I get that too. If I would have got that, I would have got that 100%, man. Understood. I understand. But a phone call was made, and I'm under some umbrella, and it's the YouTube Mesa, and the YouTube Mesa wanted someone removed, and okay, well, then operate like that. That's it. It's just going to stay in the region. Only señor is me pegó. Stop already. So, most viral moment on the YouTube Yarda. Kimos Flicks, tap in with me, carnal. Let's do that video. Include the 3-4 I said the other day. Include your 3-4. Get it back to me with 1 minute breaks in between, carnal. I'll take care of the final edit on that, and we'll put it out on New Year's Eve, carnal. Get at me, Kimos Flicks, man. Get at me. I'm putting it out there on how we do the edit and everything, because it's like we're short on time, carnal. We're coming up on the second third of the month. The second third of the month. Sam, órale, qué pedo. No pedo, güey. What I do have a pedo with is the last caption that Food Community put on their video. That one, you got to take a señor out of it. I think that's highly disrespectful. Man. People have beliefs. People have beliefs. I mean, all of the raza that I've known all my life, outside or behind the walls, are going to take umbrage with you talking about their religion. None of us are going to be okay. Take God out of it. None of us. None of the raza is. That could be shallow. It could be westernized. It is what it is. It is what it is. And that's where we stand. So we say change that last caption, because the guest did not say that. The guest said the image of El Señor that they have painted is this dude. And it's based on his image. And people don't even know that. And most of the raza we have it blasted on us. It is what it is, okay? Can't get mad if you learn the facts after the fact. Can't get mad at that neither. But I'll hold. Don't go Reagan on us. Oh man, that's crazy. Hey, in the last 4 years, the government has already admitted that they have places with spaceships. They do. They've already admitted. And why did they now? We have so much of an information dump right now. So much media is being consumed. This was the right time to tell us that there are aliens do exist, because we knew that we were so fucking like zombies staring at our phones, that we're just going to keep scrolling by. It's true. I'll put it on the community page if you want to see it. They had a hearing, and they said, we have for several decades been funding this program we have spaceships. And it went over the Raza's head and we kept scrolling by. Astronomy. Look at the stars. Pegasus. Greek astrology. Pegasus is in the sky. And that's a Greek lie and shit. We don't even know, huh? We're taught this, huh? But oh, go look at Canales. That's right. SoCal's in the casa. That's right, Güero Lead. I appreciate you, my boy. That's right. That's right. Next vocab of the day. Buy a little calendar, and then every single day tiene una nueva palabra. Way. It's a subliminal way of enhancing your vocabulary. You just flip the page every day, and now you got a new word in your arsenal. I mean, that's what some of these rappers need to do. People ask me, well, you didn't put Lefty on the top 10 list. Because Lefty, Icon just put out a video saying, don't freestyle, please. My respect to Icon. My respect to him. Because he kept that a buck. Now he kept that a buck. Don't freestyle, Lefty, because then you go from a 6.5 rapper to a 5. People get mad. I'm not going for the shiny object that is getting money pumped behind them, and they're milking, because then that's going to get tossed to the wayside too. I mean, they said 2,000 copies is all the album is sold. 2,000 copies. That's gotcha. Does that even pay for the studio time? I know no one wants to bring that up because he's he's what is he? He's the popular one right now. I'll bring that up because I'm for, if don't waste your time. It's not making money. Don't waste your time. The slaves are the ones who made the USA, built on the backs of people. My bad. He said, "Learn Quechua." Damn. Without slaves, there wouldn't be no America. It's another point that they got. I mean, look at the braceros, the raza, us. Little program was only supposed to last a couple years past World War II. Ended up renewing that program for 22 years. And for 22 years, what does braceros mean? Dudes with the buffest arms, the biggest arms, biggest arm raza, Mexicans. We're doing all the labor because a lot of people got killed. It was World War II. And so that happened for 22 years. Pinche bracero. So I know. Mexican meat instead of American meat. He says Mexican meat. That's right. Cabrón. Shit. If I mean Santana puts on an American flag now, how they'll look at him and shit. It's crazy, man. You ain't gonna tell Santana shit anyways. Shout out to Kimos Felix. He got the avatar where he just did the 19 summers. And that's that first drag. I think it's like a camel non-filter, man. He takes his first drag on a camel non-filter. Man, you already know he got a head rush. Appreciate it. I got to. Movie conversation that came from Peru for the Andean people. We have some of the words in our language. That's right. See, he knows his history. Thank you much. Thank you. Take care. Come on, girl. Mikey, the state of California has over 100 tribes, including mine, the Chumash. That's right. That's a casino right there. The Chumash. Yeah. Does that? Yep. Does that get? I wonder how those deals got worked out. Is there like lifelong residual? I knew one partner of mine, and he was getting a check from the First Nations. But I never asked them, like, well, how do they even, is that because of your bloodline? You have to get registered in some registry to qualify for that? Or I'm not sure how all that worked out, but a check for life is like, you're cool. But I know on the on what probably is the history of how why you're getting paid is not cool. I know that. My bad. I'm so far behind in the chat. He said, "Yeah, boy, hold on. Wait for that." They said, "Mucho cuidado." That's right. You guys live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. Do what's right, food community. Change that caption. You ain't disrespecting the raza's religion like that. That's a slap in the face. This ain't, a singer with a mariachi outfit. This ain't, they're trying to call us Mexican sandwiches. It's none of that shit that some people will pick a war over because they don't know no better. No, this is the raza's religion, and that's not right. Change it. Change it. The raza saying change it. At least here we're saying change it, man. I'll let you guys go. Don't forget to hit that like button, though, on your way out. Please do me a favor. I'll stay here another minute, cabrones. I'll read some more emails. Comments for another minute. Just do me a favor. It helps the channel out. And again, thank you. 13K. Thank you from the bottom of me and Miss Chicano Tube's heart, corazon. We got 13,000. We're going to be on 13. And shout out to the blue team. Shout out to the blue team. We're going to be on 13 for at least a little bit. And then let's go over to 14. We're smashing it, but that's because you guys are fucking with it and appreciate the transparency and the directive. It's straightforward. Business is business and pleasure is pleasure. Don't forget that. All right, you guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Hit the like. If you're listening on the replay, hit the like. But remember what I always say. Remember what I always say. In the end, all you got is the memories.